I'm sorry.
I'm disappointed in myself.
I'm only here to say that I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna apologize for a lot of things.
This has all taught me a really valuable lesson.
I have a lot to work on as a human.
I don't know who that person was.
I was the person that I didn't want to be.
Like I said, I made a huge mistake. I don't expect to be forgiven.
You know, I've failed you.
I wish that I could say this is the last time that I would make a mistake.
I made a mistake.
I have made a lot of changes in my life.
I have changed so much as a human being.
I've taken a lot of time to do a lot of self-reflection.
I'm excited to continue to grow and mature.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yolanda Melody. Back in 2020, I saw a numerous amount of YouTubers get quote-unquote cancelled. And I want to take a bit of a trip down memory lane and ask the question, how much of this was actually real? Was cancel culture a hoax? Was it a puppet show? Before you jump down my throat in the comments, I'm not necessarily insinuating that the creators that got cancelled were aware that they were being targeted, but just wait to hear what I have to say about this, right? In the entertainment industry, there is a saying, and that is, no publicity is bad publicity. If you ponder over this phrase, you'll realise that it actually has a double meaning. Personally, I think it's quite a clever phrase, because if you have no publicity, then that is really bad publicity, because no one is talking about you. But at the same time, there is no type of publicity that could be deemed as bad publicity because, nonetheless, it is publicity. This motto is the core of the entertainment industry. And what I'm questioning is, if that is the core, then why did so many creators have their careers nearly destroyed because of bad publicity? It's almost as if the psychology completely flipped upside down when it came to just YouTubers. You can look at the past and present big stars and celebrities, you know, the normal ones that you see from Hollywood, singers, actors. The more scandals that they had, the more famous they became. In fact, for some, the more of an icon they became. Up until recently, it felt like celebrities were untouchable when it came to their careers. As long as they were in the limelight, nothing mattered. But YouTubers are a little bit different to the celebrities that come out of Hollywood. Actually, they're quite a bit different. Generally speaking, a YouTuber will have the ability to cultivate an audience on their own terms. They tend to have a lot more creative freedom than an actor or a singer, which is one of the reasons why I started a channel as opposed to chasing the entertainment industry, because I wanted to have that creative control and freedom. Another thing about YouTubers is that they have a closer relationship with their audience, and this not only makes them a hell of a lot more influential than a typical celebrity, but it also makes them a threat to the establishment. When I saw all of these YouTubers getting cancelled, I was really confused. I thought there's something fishy about this, because usually controversy is everything in the entertainment industry. And some people could argue, oh yeah, but the things that they were getting cancelled for were absolutely horrific. But I want you to sit and think about some of the worst controversies that celebrities have been involved in, and how sometimes they were cast for films more because of that controversy. And their fans didn't care, which is another thing. Let's give an example. Oh, I'm putting myself in the firing line. Beyonce. Beyonce's fans are probably the most notorious for being die-hard fans. They take fandom to the next level. I can guarantee you, no matter what controversy, no matter what Beyonce does, her fans will defend her. When certain YouTubers got cancelled, it was their own fans that were attacking them, supposedly. But I'm just going to say it as it is. I believe that cancel culture is a way to, first off, make people scared of getting cancelled. They made certain huge YouTubers an example of what terrifying things can happen if you do or say the wrong thing. Like, your whole fan base will turn against you and they'll burn all of your merch that they've bought, and you'll lose all these brand deals and all of this stuff, you know? That, I think, was a psyop to put content creators in their place. To stop content creators from feeling like they could speak freely, so that they police themselves. And I fell victim to this. I started YouTubing during the cancel culture thing, and I was so scared of saying the wrong thing. You can easily take things out of context when someone's talking. When I first started my channel, I would think for ages before saying something, and I'd say the sentence differently and change it again, because I had this voice in my head saying, oh, but this person could misjudge what you're saying, or they could take it this way, or this group might get offended by you saying things in this way. Sooner or later you just get to the point where you think, what is there to talk about? If you guys knew me in real life, you'd see that when I haven't got a camera in front of me, I really just say it how it is. I have a very dark sense of humour. I really do love to just entertain people and speak with no filter. But on YouTube, it's like I've got to kind of tone it down, and I hate that because, you know, I do talk about a lot of serious stuff on my channel, and I don't want people to judge me based on a stupid joke when I'm actually trying to also put across a lot of research and important information that people really need to know. Anyway, I don't think that when these YouTubers were being cancelled that it was completely organic. We all know by now about bots, trolls, fake accounts, and we know that the establishment uses them to shill things. I spoke about this in a video about fake followers that celebrities have. You can tell by reading the comments on a music artist's video, for example, like a mainstream one. You can tell that there is a significant amount of bot accounts bigging the artist up. And these are fake accounts. People are being paid to do this, right? Well, while they're using those methods to make people seem more popular than they actually are, they can also use those methods to potentially try and destroy someone's platform by sending them copious amounts of hate, pretending to be their fans when they're not. They're trolls. They're not even real people. And what I think is a lot of these YouTubers didn't realise that it was a targeted attack through the establishment, and the heat got too much and they took themselves off YouTube. What's weird is that it happens to loads of different types of YouTubers as well. There was this girl that I used to watch who did try-on hauls, and I noticed that in 2020 she was getting so many hate comments, and I thought, where are these coming from? And they were about very specific things. Woke things. Every time that she'd do a haul for Shein clothing, she would get a flurry of comments about fast fashion and why she shouldn't support Shein, and they're an evil company and they use slave labour. And the whole time I was thinking to myself, you know what? I don't know why everyone's pointing at Shein so much, because Apple and all the other big brands profit from slavery. Think I'm lying? Check it out for yourself. You want to talk about child slave labour? Let's talk about electric cars and the children that are being forced to mine cobalt for lithium-ion batteries for electric cars that is supposedly sustainable. There seemed to be this mob that just came out of nowhere that was attacking this girl simply for promoting Shein's clothing. I don't know why they're under so much attack. I don't get it, because from my research, all of them do exactly the same thing, if not worse. But this is what they do. They create like this hive mind and they try and create like an anti-media buzz against a company or against a certain entity. And then simultaneously, on this girl's makeup tutorials, she was using a dark foundation and she was getting loads of comments saying that she's apparently blackfishing. And I was reading these comments and I was thinking, oh, like I'm in the firing line here because I'm basically tanorexic. Are people gonna cancel me because I like to tan? But no, that never happened. I have never ever met someone that has been offended by me tanning. This video was all over the place. It wasn't presented like a, you know, really special documentary kind of thing. But sometimes I just like to speak freely, like a stream of consciousness coming through. I've always been the person to look at the hidden angle of things. You know, if everybody's looking at a box, right, and everyone's talking about the box, I will be that person to look behind the box and be like, there's something hidden underneath there. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna see what that thing is. And sometimes I feel like, oh, you know, what am I doing? Am I wasting my time? You know, everybody's looking at the box. And then when I look over and I find that it's a rock and it's got some like hidden message underneath, suddenly I'm like, shit, people need to know about this. I don't know where I was going with that analogy. My conclusion is that you should not be scared of cancel culture because I believe that it's fake. That's what I'm trying to say. People can't cancel you, but you can cancel yourself. And what I'm saying is, don't cancel yourself. Ride the wave. It's the same with bullying, which I have huge experience with because I got bullied so much. Anyway, the bullies will never win unless you let them. I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. I think that was Kurt Cobain that said that. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Love you, bye!